ACCD Green Skills Academy 2026 focuses on sustainable aquaculture, mixed cropping systems, agroecology, and is attracting diverse stakeholders. Welcome once more to the training program at the African Center for Community and Development, our vacation academy for green skills development, and we are touching sustainable fisheries, catfish, tilapia farming, as well as agroecology, mixed cropping systems, and so on. So, hello, what's your name?
I'm Ayok Yvonne.
Hello.
I'm Olivia.
And this is day 2 of the training, and you have some assignments that you had to present. And
sorry, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we'll be discussing them and so on.
So,
Excuse me. The summary can be discussed, or it can be read, on the summary of what happened yesterday and of what you understood about the literature as well as the practicals and so on. So that's what we'll be doing now. So I'll start with you.
wow, thank you for the opportunity. Good morning once more. And for what I understood about agriculture alongside aqua farming or mixed farming is that looking at mixed cropping as a tool for climate change, mitigation, and biodiversity conservation. Talking about this topic, it is the greatest worries which is faced all around agriculture in this century. Rising temperatures, for example, erratic rainfall continues, droughts, floods, landslides, ecosystem, etc. Services continues to undermine. Agriculture in the nutshell, the lack and shortage of food worldwide. By so doing, monoculture farming has been the order of the day, thereby causing too many damages on our soil, such as soil pollution, soil degradation, water pollution, etc. Mixed cropping here is referred as the cultivation of 2 or more crops, which goes alongside another on the same field during the same growing season, offers one of the most practical based culture or solution, Some of the crops are cocoyams, plantains, bananas, bitter leaves, pawpaw, etc., as we saw on the field yesterday. To continue, we had
You have some questions?
some questions.
We'll come to that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for a very elaborate summary. Thank you. Hello, Olivia.
For the assignment yesterday, I came up with what I understood, and I came up with was the mixed cropping. And the meaning of it was growing 2 or more different crops together on the same land at the same time, like pairing grains with beans or vegetables and fruit trees. This happens because plants use sunlight, water, and soil to nourish different planting. Planting them together, the farm runs more the plants runs more effectively when you plant different crops together. This simple protects, helps the environment, improves soil health, and creates more stable, reliable food to supply the making of essential, helpful crops for the farmers. And with the changing of climate and weather, then mixed cropping makes soil healthier. It saves water, feeds good soil microbes, and reduces farm emissions, making lands more resilient against climate change. And mixed cropping also acts as a natural pest control and safety net for farmers, protecting life and securing food production even under harsh conditions.
Thank you so much. This has been very, very brilliant summary on mixed cropping, agroecology, and so on. It shows that the training is going on very well. And this one, what did you get for us?
Yesterday I learned more good about the fish farming. Everything with fish was so good. How to clean it, how to feed the fish, and then the feed. You said something about the feed in Cameroon and the one they exporting outside. So it's good for me to know those basic feeds use, because what we said, the imported feed is very, very rich and high. And it stays up the water. Then the one made in Cameroon sinks into the water, and when it sinks in the water, develop a lot of bacteria for long. So it stays in for long, develop bacteria. So I know that now it's good for use more imported feed, but it's too expensive. So how can we cut the cost to use more of our own feed in Cameroon and to develop the project very well? So I found my future support. There are still more things. I will say more again as the meeting goes on.
Thank you so much for touching on the aspect of feed and the fish. And so it is really important that stakeholders know we are doing an integrated training session here where poultry farming, fish farming all play a pivotal role in it, as well as mixed cropping, agroecology, and so on. So we'll be discussing now questions and also sharing any information that we've gathered in and out of the workshop.
And this morning, I want to ask about what is monoculture.
Okay, thank you so much. That's very nice question. Monoculture farming, like the name actually says, it means that you culture one kind of crop. So if you see, a good example will be like our agro-industrial companies that you see. Some planting only palms in a whole stretch of land, planting only bananas, planting only cocoa. Just when you plant only one kind of crop.
Okay, let's say if you're dealing just with cocoa, let it be cocoa.
No, it's not. That's your choice. It's the farming model that makes you to plant only one kind of crop on a parcel of land. That's why it's a monoculture. So the reason why it's different from what we were talking about, like maize cropping or agroecological systems, is that they end up, since they are intensive, use a lot of fertilizers, for one. And then number two, biodiversity is destroyed in the course of trying to plant those trees. And when you fell down biodiversity, you fell down trees, so many different plant species and other wildlife they cannot survive only on one kind of crop. So we lose many wildlife and plants. They face threats and extinction. And then with chemical use, what happens is that some of these lands have water, like groundwater. The chemicals find their way in groundwater. And when they find their way to groundwater, human beings depend on this groundwater for drinking. Other animals like fish depend on this groundwater. And it also leads to a situation where groundwater like springs and rivers can run into the sea. Okay. So now we have pollution across many different ecosystems. And therefore, we have one crop that has produced, but yet the environmental consequences, the ramifications, including even health hazards, are very, very widespread. And this also affects us in that the more trees, the more biodiversity, the more we can trap carbon, which is necessary for us to mitigate the impact of climate change. So with monocrops, they are intensive, but they can lead to biodegradation, loss of biodiversity, and also impact on us and other value chains across the agricultural sector.